voice of the Cayman Islands, Radio Cayman.
Shining down from above.
We love our listeners.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
For the Record is brought to you by Vamped Motors, the only authorized Ford and Toyota dealership serving the Cayman Islands. Cayman Pharmacy Group, with a location in West Bay and professional pharmacy at CTMH Doctors Hospital. The Cayman Pharmacy Group has a location for you just around the corner. Seaboard Marine, with over 35 shipping ports, find your shipping solution by calling 949-4977 or visit seaboardmarine.com for competitive rates. Rotary Central, for more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. Fidelity Bank, for all your banking needs, visit fidelitygroup.com. Fidelity, we're good for you. And Roper's Janitorial, complete janitorial service for commercial, industrial, and residential. They get the job done right every time.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Coming to you live from Radio Cayman Studio.
For the record.
For the record. For the record. Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you. For the record. Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
For the record.
For the record. For the record. Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is your talk show.
1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome to For the Record. Today is Monday, the 7th day of October 2019. I trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who may have had your weekend schedule interrupted because of the rain. I won't call it inclement weather because we need the rain. So that's a good part of the weather that we need. Not only the drier aspects of it as well. And these days, depending on what it is that you have planned, the rain may not necessarily deter you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish as well during the course of the weekend. For those of you who are celebrating birthdays today, we want to wish you a happy birthday, or if you have celebrated a birthday over the weekend, belated happy birthday as well. Those of you who have lost loved ones during the course of the past few weeks, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you and to your families, and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these very challenging times as well. Those of you who are on the roads of the Cayman Islands, we again urge you to be extremely cautious. Please ensure that you observe the rules of the road. There is one road closure of particular importance this morning, and that is Anton Borden Drive, and that is heading west, or actually the road really runs more from north, from east to, and then goes towards the south, but we'll call it west because if you're coming and you turn right, coming down towards town, you turn right at the Civic Center, the police station, then you would turn right on to the main road. You're not allowed to do that. Anton Borden Drive will be closed off again. That is to help to assist with the flow of traffic as well. And that restriction will be until 8 o'clock this morning as well. So we trust that the traffic is moving as smoothly as possible. We note that on the roundabout after you cross Chrissy Tomlinson roundabout, I guess that would be called the Red Bay roundabout, there are now those barriers that are placed there so that you use one lane if you're coming from the Red Bay Primary School area, or if you're coming from the Hurley's roundabout and you have to go around that roundabout, you use the inside lane. That will help traffic to flow coming from the Chrissy Tomlinson roundabout. Again, and I try to point these things out, not that I'm being critical, but my observations. And if people listen to them, I believe it will help as well. We note that the majority of vehicles on this island are right-hand drive vehicles, the majority of them, despite the fact that we do import many vehicles from the United States. But most of the used vehicles coming into this country now are the deportees that are either coming from Japan or Taiwan. Those are usually right-hand drive cars, right? The way that our roundabouts are designed, they're designed main for driving on the left-hand side of the road. So you will find that the majority, if not all of the roundabouts, when you're approaching the roundabout, traffic is always coming from your right in the majority of instances. Not every instance, but the majority of instances. On that Red Bay roundabout, if you're coming from the Chrissy Tomlinson roundabout, the traffic is coming from your right. If you're driving a right-hand drive car, unlike a left-hand drive car where you have to look across to see whether or not traffic is coming, the traffic is already on the side that you're on as a driver. So unless you're visually impaired in terms of your right eye, you should be able, when you're approaching that roundabout, to see whether or not traffic is coming. Then you will know then whether you have to yield when you get to the roundabout or if you continue to drive and enter the roundabout. Many people are yielding whether or not traffic is there. So again, right-hand drive cars, it should be much easier for you to approach the roundabout, to enter the roundabout without interrupting traffic, especially when no vehicle is in the roundabout as well. So that is my op-ed for the morning in relation to traffic. Folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman and by extension For the Record into your homes, into your vehicles, as you traverse the very busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, whether it be an office cubicle or if you're working in the outdoors. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I am your host, Orrett Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. Our phone lines are always open. There is always someone there waiting to take your calls. This morning, again, it is that beautiful radio voice of Miss Susan Watson. You can call us on our toll-free number provided courtesy of Flo. That toll-free number is 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037 and the 949-6990. Email us at fortherecord, that is one word, fortherecord at candw.ky. WhatsApp us on 925-3261. You can leave us a text message, send us a voice note, contents of which will be played during the course of the show. And of course, follow us on YouTube simply by subscribing to Radio Cayman live stream. We have one caller on the line, no guest in the studio yet. They will be here after the 8 o'clock news, so let's converse. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad. I just want to talk briefly about the traffic.
Sure.
I heard you mention up at Chrissy Tomlinson roundabout there that, you know, there's only one lane that they're using, and I noticed
the Red Bay roundabout, the one after Chrissy Tomlinson coming west.
Okay, well, that's the one I was going to talk to because I'm not familiar. I don't have any knowledge up at the one by Chrissy Tomlinson.
No changes up there.
The one here at Red Bay, I live in the Prospect area, and they closed off one of the lanes coming out of the Prospect area. You always had the two. I don't know if that is making any difference with the traffic coming out of the east, but I can guarantee you one thing. I'm on the road right now, and it's sure making a mess of what is happening in Prospect because to me, it's not working. If they try to solve the problem on one side, then they're putting it right back on someplace else. So this is exactly what is happening. I mean, I've never seen Prospect traffic blocked up like this in all of my days coming onto the main road from in Prospect area.
So prior to those, prior to the change, your traffic in your area was flowing quite smoothly. You're saying
it was, yeah. I would say so. I mean, I could come out at certain times and it wasn't a bit of traffic, but no, I was blocked up always all the way back down into Bonneville Estate. And this is crazy, and I'm just almost halfway down the main road now, which I used to normally just pretty much run right through. And then what has happened is that you got these impatient drivers, the ones that shouldn't be on the road, that we are allowed to drive in this country, that do not use their indicators, think that they should be ahead of everybody. These people that drive these Hondas, right? They're just coming down on the right-hand side of the road ahead of 50, 60 cars and think that they have the right of way and doing whatever they want to do. I mean, it's a total disgrace if something do not be done about this traffic in this country. I mean, every one of these people that do not use their indicators, what the government needs to do, which is not going to happen because they don't listen to anything anybody says on the radio. The radio has no value whatsoever. Maybe to some people that just like to listen to people run off their mouth. But far as getting results from their talk shows, I mean, I have experienced absolutely no results in all of my days that I've been calling a talk show. And I'm really sorry to say that, OC, but that's the way I see it. And, I'm going to call it like I see it.
Well, what you have to bear in mind, caller, is what the purpose of the talk shows are for. Mainly, for you to voice your opinions, hopefully, and sometimes there are people who are listening and taking note. Only last week, for instance, and I haven't been to the eastern end of the island to confirm whether or not it has been done, but someone called in and complained about a vehicle that was parked on the side of the road for months just before you get maybe about 200 yards before you get to the Frank Sound Junction. And we got a confirmation from someone saying that it would be tagged that day. And so you can get results if the right people are listening. And what you have to do is you have to continue to hammer home what you think your point of view is, what your opinion is, and hopefully it will eventually reach someone's ear, someone who can make a difference.
I can't argue with you, OC, with that, but that is the problem. It do not get to the people's ears that really need to hear it and are in the positions and have the authority to try to make a difference. Take, for instance, I don't know how long ago have you driven down to Marina, on Marina Road, Prospect, coming down from McRuss going towards the Marina?
A few weeks ago.
Well, you probably noticed there on your left going towards the Marina, there's a bunch of apartments just about 300 yards down or 200 yards down from McRuss.
Right on the bend?
No, before you
get to the bend, yeah, okay.
Actually on the straight. I mean, there's always car park on the side of the road. Right now, one has gotten an accident. They're always in accidents, and there's a bunch of rubbish that is on the road. I mean, it's a total disgrace what is there on the road and what is being allowed in this country nowadays. I mean, we should not let happen to this country what has happened to every other country. But you know what? When everybody's going to be happy, when that takes place, like we're every other country, right? And then, they can say, what? God, I wish I had done something. It's too late. If there's something wrong with if you have a problem with whatever, your house, your car, whatever, fix it before it costs you an arm and a leg. Don't wait till, it's going to get out of control. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And that is the way I see this country is going. And it's really sad because it don't really matter to me anymore, because I'm 70 years old, November. But my kids are the ones that is going to have to live in this country, and they are the ones that is going to have to suffer. So something seriously needs to be done in this country, and we need to get it done. Don't stop putting it off, and just do what we have to do, because the way it's scary where this country is going. It is scary.
Yes. Okay, caller, I want to thank you very much for that. One more comment before we go to the commercial break. I know that the National Roads Authority, they do employ the use of traffic counters to determine the amount of traffic over a given time period on any road. Whether or not that was done in the case of the traffic coming down on the from Christa Tomlinson roundabout, as well as the traffic coming through Red Bay, I believe that many persons felt that most of the traffic coming from the Prospect area and entering the Red Bay roundabout, some people assume that there were either parents dropping children off to school, or in many instances, persons trying to get around the backup of traffic if they're coming from the east, going through the Prospect area and coming about through the roundabout there, because the flow of traffic from that way was much smoother. So what the caller is basically saying is, by trying to solve a problem on one road, they have created a greater problem in another area as well. So we're just transferring the problem from one to the other rather than solving it as well. Time for us to take a commercial break. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back immediately after this short commercial break.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
The first Cayman Education Act was pushed through the legislature in 1902, but not without much controversy. For several decades, Britain was keen to impose compulsory free education, however was met with resistance, namely by the Presbyterian Church, which sought to retain control over the material that was taught. Other factors which delayed the enactment of legislation included that many did not believe a developed education system was necessary, especially for girls, and there was reluctance to approve the cost by the legislature. It would take close to 2 decades, the work of the first 4 commissioners, and 3 acts by the legislature before the Cayman Island system of primary education was on par with neighboring Jamaica.
Radio Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
540 months.
16,425 days.
394,200 hours.
45 years.
That's how long we've been committed to serving you, and we won't stop there. Over the years, we have proudly grown with Cayman, making a difference in the community. That's why we're here, to stand by you.
We are Cayman National.
And we thank you for standing by us for 45 years and counting.
Have you seen the latest? Cayman has been ranked the most expensive place to live. It's time to buy smart. It's time to buy Ropers. Find everything for your home and kitchen at low prices at Ropers. Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511. Email janitorial@ropers.ky. Clean up your spending with Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511. Ropers Janitorial also offers complete janitorial service for commercial, industrial, and residential. They get the job done right every time. Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511.
It was a day that changed my life. No words can describe the feelings of seeing my baby boy sick for the first time. The overwhelming feeling of fear to be responsible for his health and happiness became my priority. So I did what any nurturing mother would do when their baby is sick. I took him to get some of the best medicine possible.
CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy understands the importance of careful decisions you make every day for your family. Our staff work towards healthcare excellence and providing the most current and up-to-date training with pharmaceutical care, so you can feel confident in knowing that your family is safe with the right medication. At CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy, we take care of your health.
Congratulations, I hear the family is expanding.
Yes, our family is growing bigger, but I don't know how we're going to get around. Our old car just doesn't have enough room.
You should head over to Vamp Motors and ask about the Toyota Rush. It's a 7-seater SUV with lots of room and safety features, and it's on sale for just $21,900.
Rush in to Vamp Motors for the best deal of the year on the Toyota Rush SUV. Save up to $2,600 with Vamp cashback and the Toyota factory rebate going on right now. Fuel efficient, stylish, roomy, and loaded with safety features. The Rush is the perfect SUV for you and your family, starting from just $21,900. Visit Vamp Motors and drive your deal home today while stock lasts.
At Seaboard Marine, customers often ask us questions about their shipments.
Hi, I'm thinking of buying a car from the States. Which port do you ship out of?
Hi, we ship out of Miami, Houston, and Brooklyn. Just let us know your port of choice and we can provide you with a quotation and answer any questions you may have on insuring and protecting your vehicle during its journey.
Shipping shore to shore, Seaboard.
2019 marks 100 years of junior achievement worldwide. Junior achievement in Cayman is now 29 years old. To celebrate and support this milestone, help Junior Achievement Cayman to continue our work, guiding next generation Cayman to new horizons in life and business. Get your ticket and enter to win an exclusive trip Namibia, known as a smile on the face of Africa, offering a unique blend of amazing desert scenes, exquisite wildlife, and fascinating tribal cultures.
Get an adventure of a lifetime while supporting Junior Achievement.
Purchase your ticket and stand a chance to win an exclusive all-inclusive 16-day tour to Namibia for 2 persons. Namibia can be reached from the Cayman Islands with Delta Airlines flights via Atlanta and Johannesburg. Experience the astounding and desolate dunescapes of South Namibia, the amazing endangered wildlife of the Etosha National Park. Purchase your ticket today. Junior Achievement, another Rotary Central inspiration project.
Get your Junior Achievement Namibia Safari tickets on eventpro.ky before the drawing on October the 26th.
Sometimes things just don't go as planned. That's why you need Contractors All Risk Insurance from Fidelity Insurance Brokers. Ensure you're covered in the event of property damage and third-party injury or damage claims during your construction projects. And with Fidelity Insurance Brokers, you can be sure you are getting competitive pricing and superior customer service. Call us today for a free quote. Fidelity, we're good for you.
The government claims the cruise berthing facility won't cost us a penny. It will be paid for by the cruise partner who use it, not by our people or our government.
The fact is, you will be paying.
Because government is going to give the consortium development team, led by Royal Caribbean and Carnival, a portion of the cruise revenue that is currently being banked by government.
What's more, we will be repaying them
$450 million.
$250 million more
than what the facility even costs.
It's your vote, your future.
So make a decision based on fact.
You deserve the whole truth.
System 1 loaded.
1-800-534-8255. What is on your mind when it comes to the government, independence, and the opposition? Issues that matter to you. 1-800-534-8255. Waiting to hear from you. For the record.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have no guests in the studio. They will be in after the 8 o'clock news. We'll be talking about Pirates Week activities for this year. Meanwhile, we have an open line, not a whole lot of time between now and when we go to the 8 o'clock news. One caller did inform us that the vehicle that I spoke about earlier, the white vehicle on Shamrock Road, heading towards East End before you get to the Frank Sound Junction, that the vehicle is still there. I'm told now that it possibly may not have been tagged because the registration on the vehicle is still valid, which, if that is the case, creates or raises 2 questions for me. One, where is the owner of that vehicle if it still has a registration that is current, valid registration? Where is the owner of that vehicle? 2, are our traffic laws as such that there is no way for that vehicle to be ticketed or otherwise if it is not only creating a nuisance but possibly a traffic hazard as well? Are our laws so impotent that we can't do something about that? We have to wait until the registration expires before we tag it and before it is towed away? If that is the case, something is wrong. Do we want to wait until we see other vehicles like that before we make changes to legislation if there are changes that need to be made to the legislation to prevent such things from happening? I'm not sure. Go back in history a little bit, and in the October 12th, 1967 issue of the Tradewinds newspaper, announcing the opening at that time of one of the largest and finest hotels in the Cayman Islands, La Fontaine, the finest of them all, 45 rooms, $1 million hotel, opened in the Cayman Islands at that point in time. And we do know that that location was eventually destroyed by fire in the 80s, but that was a big deal in 1967 when the La Fontaine Hotel was built by local contractors as well, utilizing local labor, local subcontractors, and hiring local personnel, including those persons who would have graduated from the Evening Institute that had been set up by Teacher Macfield, T.E. Macfield, Timothy, Emmanuel Macfield, and an undertaking was given that all of those graduates of that program would get employment once employment was available. You may recall that I pointed out to you in previous shows the fact that Mr. Ruda Seltzer, who at that time was the manager of the Club Inferno, dedicated his time to teaching at the Evening Institute, and there were many Caymanian graduates there. Many of them went on to work at La Fontaine as well as the Galleon Beach Hotel as well. So in 1967, Cayman, things were still happening. The administrator called then for more development in the Cayman Islands. We're still getting more of it today, but some people are calling for less now, and that our development should be planned as opposed to being haphazard, or it should be more government involvement rather than private sector involvement in deciding what's there. So there was an article in 1967 in the Tradewinds newspaper, October 12, 1967, a call for more overseas investment in Cayman, especially investment in the tourist industry, was sounded last Saturday night by Zona, the administrator, Mr. J.A. Cumber. Mr. Cumber, who was speaking at the official opening of the new La Fontaine Hotel on West Bay Road, said his government was deeply concerned with attracting more investors to the country. He said the more the better it would be for all and sundry. Well, we have the development now. The question is it the more the better? And is it for all and sundry, or for some with money Didn't rhyme the way I wanted it to rhyme, but it's no longer for all and sundry, but for some with money. Folks, we're going to the 8 o'clock news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time now by Price Right is 7:59.
Price Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Price Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Price Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by Sagicor. Let us put a smile on your face. Call 949-8211.
Access and information. Your community. News and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. How's traffic from the eastern districts this morning? Radio Cayman's April Cummings reports there are signs of progress.
Carsley, for the past 3 weeks or so, our families left Lower Valley at about 6:45 a.m., only to sit in practically standstill traffic. Our commute these days has been taken 45 minutes to an hour each morning. That is a far cry from the 20 to 25 minutes it took before the summer break. This morning, we saw a light at the end of the tunnel, with traffic officers actually on the roads, directing the flow of traffic through the roundabouts, a traditional trouble spot. Sometimes people like me, who are afraid to just dart forward into traffic, have struggled with getting into the right lanes at the right time. The traffic officers this morning certainly helped make that so much easier. So I'm happy to report that my commute this morning, well, back to the 20 to 25 minutes it used to be. Reporting for Radio Cayman News, I'm April Cummings.
The Ministry of Health, Environment, Culture and Housing is pleased to announce that the initial contracts for the awarding of the construction of the new long-term residential mental health facility in East End Grand Cayman have now been signed. The long-term residential mental health facility will be a 54-bed facility that will serve the residents of Cayman who have serious and persistent mental illness, enabling them to be cared for, quote, holistically in a safe and secure environment. This development helps to further fulfill 3 of the government's strategic broad outcomes to ensure access to quality, affordable health care, to build stronger communities, and to support the most vulnerable in the society. Government says it's envisioned that the new facility will open in the second quarter of 2021. Teachers are honored at Saturday night's Golden Apple Awards hosted by the Chamber of Commerce.
We all remember those teachers that touched our lives in that special way. This is the real reason why we're here tonight. Becoming a teacher is not just a career path, a career choice. It's not a job. It truly is a calling.
The experiences that I've had throughout my childhood years are what motivated me to become a teacher.
Without teachers, where would the rest of us have been?
Educators in the private and public school sectors were recognized for excellence in teaching, including Marjorie Scott, the recipient of the 2019 Golden Apple Lifetime Achievement Award. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with Jerry Smith. The Kurdish-led SDF militia has accused its US allies of stabbing them in the back after American forces were abruptly withdrawn overnight from positions in northern Syria, paving the way for a full-scale Turkish assault. The Kurds say the Americans had assured them they'd not allow any Turkish operations against the region. They insist they'd been totally committed to a US guaranteed deal for a security mechanism for the border area. The Iraqi government has ordered the withdrawal of all army units from a Baghdad district where at least 13 people were killed in the latest clashes between protesters and security forces. The army said it was handing over control to the police in Sadr city, where anti-government protests have been escalating. There have been dozens of arrests in cities across the world as environmental activists began a 2-week campaign demanding action on climate change. On London's Westminster Bridge next to Parliament, protesters got out their yoga mats and lit incense candles, having earlier blocked Lambeth Bridge just down the Thames. More than 20 have been arrested since Saturday. There have been similar events in the capitals of Australia, New Zealand, the Netherlands, France, Spain and Germany. A British and 2 American scientists have shared this year's Nobel Prize for Medicine for discovering how our bodies sense and adapt to fluctuating oxygen levels. In its citation, the Nobel Assembly in Sweden said the research by Peter Radcliffe, William Kaelin and Greg Semenza opened up promising new strategies to fight diseases such as cancer and anemia. And European Union ministers have formally approved new rules designed to protect employees of companies and public organisations who expose wrongdoing. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by Sagicor. Let us put a smile on your face. Call 949-8211.
Think about something that makes you happy. Did it make you smile? We know it did, because that's what we do at Sagicor. Put smiles on our clients' faces every day. With a large range of products to cover your family, it's no wonder most locals choose Sagicor for their life insurance needs. Serving the community for over 25 years. Let us put a smile on your face. Call your Sagicor advisor today.
Access. Information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiokman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio K-Man is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio K-Man.
In recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens presents the Brenda Tibbetts Lund Memorial Walk Run.
Sunday, October 13th, join a 5K walk run or 10K at the 7 Mile Public Beach.
The Brenda Tibbetts Lund Memorial Walk Run on October 13th at the 7 Mile Public Beach.
Support our port, support our tourism.
Did you know government agreed very early on that the piers would be built on pilings in deeper water to minimize the environmental footprint? Marine life will still be able to move freely underneath them, and coral relocation remains part of the plan.
Looking forward, looking bright.
Learn more and spread the word.
Support our port, support our tourism.
The Weather Report is proudly sponsored by Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasador Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
A pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 83 degrees. Relative humidity is 87%. Barometric pressure 29.83 inches and rising. The wind is southeast at 4 knots. Overnight low temperature was 76 degrees. Synopsis indicate cloudiness and showers associated with a surface trough over the extreme northwest Caribbean will move west over the southeast Gulf of Mexico during the next 24 hours, leading to a decrease in cloudiness and showers over the Cayman area. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area, slowly moving north. Now the forecast for today, calling for partly cloudy skies, becoming cloudy at times with a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder. Now temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Your winds will be south to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. And the forecast for tonight, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Low tide will be this afternoon at 12:23. High tide again tonight at 6:48. The sun will set this evening at 7 minutes past 6 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:18. And the outlook is calling for fair skies along with light easterly winds and smooth to slight seas from tomorrow morning. That's the very latest on your weather report.
Thinking of decorating your home or your apartment? Then Super Stitch is the place for all your household needs. We have sheets, comforters, bathroom accessories, curtains, and a whole lot more. We are the original curtain store with curtains for every room in the house. Some special now-in curtains for $10 a panel. Yes, just $10 a panel. Come see us today at Super Stitch. Super Stitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasadena Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Superstitch Sewing and Fabric Center was the proud sponsor of the Weather Report, your one-stop shop for all of your household items, craft items, jewelry, beads, and decorations, and much more. Call Superstitch at 949-2833 or email customer care at superstitch.com.ky.
Thinking of decorating your home or your apartment? Then Super Stitch is the place for all your household needs. We have sheets, comforters, bathroom accessories, curtains, and a whole lot more. We are the original curtain store with curtains for every room in the house. Some special now-in curtains for $10 a panel. Yes, just $10 a panel. Come see us today at Super Stitch. Super Stitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasadena Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Logic Fiber Internet is the fastest internet on the island. And it's gotten even better, because when you sign up now, you get 1 month free. Sounds great, but there's some very real drawbacks. Your kids will never leave. You'll have nothing to complain about. And you can't blame your online gaming stats on anything but skill. Sign up now for Logic Fiber Internet for the fastest and 1 month freest internet on the island. Visit logic.ky to sign up. Terms and conditions apply.
Excuse me, I noticed you from afar.
Really? Me?
Well, not you. The KFC sandwich you're eating.
Oh, Zinger.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be funny.
No, it's called the Zinger Sandwich. Crunchy, juicy, 100% chicken breast, crisp lettuce, sweet mayo on a seeded bun with a little zing. KFC's chicken is not factory breaded, frozen and refried like the Burger Boys. Customize your KFC Zinger and dip it in barbecue sauce.
Wow, now I'm starting to notice you too.
KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Good morning once again. Let's take a look at traffic. On Shamrock Road, further up on Shamrock Road, traffic is flowing steadily. But as you approach the Linford Pearson Highway, a different story. Traffic bumper to bumper. Busy traffic coming off of the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way, and traffic steady in some sections of Crew Road, other sections busy. As we look on North Sound Road, traffic flowing moderately, and no issues on Eastern Avenue and Godfrey Nixon Way, as traffic is flowing pretty good, as well as on Shen Road and Edward Street, moderate flow of traffic. Coming from the West Bay four-way stop, light to moderate traffic flow, no issues on Old Roberts Drive as traffic is moving on pretty good. Now, if you see any accidents or incidents on Cayman's roads, give us a call here at Radio Cayman, 949-6990. Have some patience, Cayman. You're going to get there. Have a good morning.
Pizza. Everybody loves pizza. And now at Subway, you can customize your personal pizza with Subway's always fresh ingredients. Maybe you're a carnivore and want to pile your pizza with fresh pepperoni, chicken, or salami. Or for the veggie lovers, add fresh tomatoes, onions, spinach, and olives. There's so many great combinations. Pop into any of Subway's 7 locations and customize your fresh hot pizza with all your favorite fresh ingredients. Now, with 3 locations open 24 hours. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today. Get your daily dose of sports updates every Monday through Friday with Radio Cayman's local morning sports report during the 7 a.m. news. Proudly sponsored by High Fashion and Design Studio. Truly your one-stop fashion studio. Located in Cayman Trade Center, 199 Eastern Avenue. Call 945-4415.
Think about something that makes you happy. Did it make you smile? We know it did, because that's what we do at Sagicor. Put smiles on our clients' faces every day. With a large range of products to cover your family, it's no wonder most locals choose Sagicor for their life insurance needs. Serving the community for over 25 years. Let us put a smile on your face. Call your Sagicor advisor today.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Initiating system. For information that matter. For the record, with Orrett Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. In the studio with me now is a person that I see once a year on For the Record. One time per year, but that is understandable as well, simply because Pirates Week occurs once per year as well. So it is my pleasure to have in the studio with me this morning none other than Ms. Melanie McField, who is the Executive Director of the Pirates Week Festival Office. Ms. McField, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to For the Record.
Thanks for having me, and we need to fix that. Once a year is too little.
True. Well, maybe we'll have Pirates Week 2 times a year.
No, we can have Pirates Week once a year.
but lots more to talk about,
yes,
right? I'm sure.
Lots more to talk
yes,
about more than once a year.
The preparation goes on throughout the year.
Throughout the year, and we do a lot of fundraising initiatives as well. Okay. So we're always in the forefront of people's minds. You don't just think of us come October, November.
Okay. Well, we'll have to reserve a slot for you.
Yes.
In the middle of the year as well.
Sounds good.
So tell us about Pirates Week 2019 in the Cayman Islands. And it's good to know that we have been able, despite all of the protests, some of the protestations that we have gotten, that we have been able to retain the name Pirates Week. Yes, that is good to know.
In addition to that, we also have the District Heritage Days.
Yes.
Which was, another juggling act for us in terms of having a combined district day versus the 5 days. And that stemmed from two issues, so to speak. The feedback we got from visitors and locals in terms of the length of the festival. Mm-hmm. Most thought 10 days was too long, hence the change of the official festival dates to 5 days. So when visitors come, a 5-day festival period is, more in line with what they're accustomed to. However, we can't discount, the Heritage Days and what that brings during the festival period as well. Yeah. Uh-huh. So the festival days, the Heritage Days are back, and that's something that I know a lot of people are looking forward to. I am for sure. So they were back from last year as well, but they're following the downtown festivities, and then the Heritage Week happens immediately after that. So looking forward to that. But there's a lot more going on prior to that.
Well, tell us all about it. We want to hear it.
Okay, how much time do we have?
Until 10 o'clock,
okay.
If you want.
Oh, no, not that long. So we have, like I mentioned earlier, we have fundraising efforts that happen prior to the festival. We just had our 10K run yesterday, and we had a really good turnout. Despite the weather. We had some amazing athletes participating, including Levi Superville and Ava Hyder, who were both under the age of 19, I believe. And they were the top finishers for the male and female runners for the 10K to hell and back. So congratulations to them. More information is coming out on that. There's a press release that's out now that should reflect all of the results and all of those that participated. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Calico Jack and the Ministry of Sports for supporting that event for, I would say, the last 6-7 years since I've been doing it. It's a
very popular event.
It is.
As well. Was the devil out there to meet you? He wasn't
no,
there?
But our Pirates were. dressed like devils. No, our pirates were, but and a big thank you to Alberto and Grisella, who are some of our very dedicated volunteers, and our pirates as well. So the event, like I said, the weather was a bit, we had over 70 people registered, and I think 51 participated.
Okay.
But we know that contributed to the weather as well. So this event is usually held during the festival period, but we decided to take it out of the festival period to offer something closer to Pirates Week, but not all together, because there's a lot going on during Pirates Week. And it's, for some people, doing two events, which we have a 5K as well, and a 10K a day later is a bit much.
Yes.
So, and it's a great way for those training for the marathon to get their exercise
for
in.
December,
Exactly. So we're happy we did that, and we'll probably repeat that again for next year. So again, congrats to those that participated, and a big thank you to our volunteers as well. So that was yesterday. Our next event is coming up on the 25th of October of this month, and that is our Charity Golf Classic. And that has been a very successful fundraiser for us, probably the most successful fundraiser, where we get a lot of corporate entities involved, registering teams. We have fun activities throughout the course of the golf event, where they actually provide more funding for the charity which we've chosen, which is Meals on Wheels, and we're really excited to announce that. The past 2 years we did the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association. So this year we've decided to switch it up a bit and give another charity an opportunity.
Precisely.
Yes, and I think that's fair, to do it at least 2 years per charity, and then I guess year after next we'll decide on another charity to choose. So that event, again, is the 25th. It's a shotgun start, which starts at 12:30 p.m. We have about 8 teams left to register, so we only have 8 spots,
8 spots left?
Yes. We
out
have
of a
8
total of how many?
Out of a total of 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so I think we have 20. We're still looking for sponsors, so, we're asking those who are interested to come forward. We have a gold sponsorship of $3,500 and a silver sponsorship of $2,000 available. And we also have team registration slots available for $1,000. That includes a buffet dinner. It includes, obviously, your equipment to golf, and it also includes the use of the green itself, because there's a rental involved. Exactly, in that.
So you do provide golf clubs and stuff like that as well. So if
everything.
you're not a regular golfer, it's still an opportunity.
Exactly, and if you are a regular golfer, you can obviously bring your own equipment.
But you don't have to make that investment.
No, you don't.
Yes.
Just show up, sign up, and enjoy yourself on the golf course. And this year, we're happy to announce that we have an SUV. It's a Shangan CS35 SUV, which is available for hole-in-one. So any experienced golfer, or just a lucky golfer, which would probably be me because I'm not a golfer, gets a hole-in-one, that vehicle is theirs.
Okay.
Yes.
And is that at a particular hole on the golf course, like the 9th hole or
I don't think we selected an actual hole, but the vehicle is provided by Track Automotive.
Okay.
So big thank you to them.
And that would be, I guess, the first hole-in-one as well, too.
Right, exactly. The first hole-in-one. I think that's how it works. Yeah. I know nothing about golf. Miss Anna Keating has been a lifesaver for helping us organize this event. So she's definitely the person to ask any questions. And you can contact the office at 949-5078 if you do have questions about the event, and also, of course, our website, piratesweekfestival.com. So that event happens again on the 25th of October, 12:30 p.m. shotgun start. Second fundraiser event prior to the festival.
And golfing is becoming extremely popular in the Cayman Islands, even though it's still sort of an elitist activity. But
do you play golf?
No, I watch it, I understand it, but I don't play.
Okay.
But I don't play it. But it would also be a good attraction for people who are coming to visit, tourists who are coming to visit, who are into golfing as well, because the golfing season in the United States is basically over now. You had the BMW championships, the PGA, everything, all of those have already concluded. So, excellent time for tourists to come to come down and golf as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But you make a good point. And people, even though the festival period hasn't officially started come October 25th, people are already in Cayman for Pirates Week. They come at least a month before because a lot of them have timeshares here on the island and family who they visit. So they come at several weeks before the festival starts. So that you raise a good point. If they're here visiting, it's also an opportunity for them to put a team together. And for those corporate entities who want to enter a team as well as getting that branding recognition, that cost is $1,250. So it's only $250 more. And you get your brand visible throughout the golf course on printed material and so many other benefits involved.
Excellent. And the golf course that it'll be held on is
the North Sound Golf Course.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay. Not a commercial break yet, so we can still talk about other activities.
So, again, the Pirates Week Festival is filled with so many events. We have over 40 events happening between the three islands. And one of the events that's near and dear to my heart that we brought back last year with the assistance of the Cayman Music and Entertainment Association, CMEA, is the National Song Competition. So that's something that's very exciting. It's something that used to happen during the festival period for many years. And that was reignited last year. And we had we gave away over $10,000 in cash prizes.
Wow.
So first prize is $5,000, second is $3,000, third is $2,000, and I think we have gift certificates as well. So, and I know one of the prizes that was given away last year was the opportunity to perform on the Caboose stage, which won't be happening this year or next year, I should say. But it's still an attractive offer for those that are interested. We have several people that have already registered. The registration deadline is October 18th. So that is next week, I believe. Next week, Friday?
Today's what? Today's the 7th, 11 days.
I have no idea what today is.
We'll get that date for you.
Yeah,
and is there an entry fee for that as well?
Yes, there's an entry fee of $50. It's only $50 to enter. And that's per entry. And what that means is if there's a writer who has written 2 or 3 songs, all 3 songs can be entered by that writer, but they have to be performed by a different person. So if you wrote music, I could perform a song, Miss Susan could perform a song, and Paul could perform a song. But you are the one writer that has entered those 3 songs. So we're not limiting writers from multiple entries then.
Okay.
But performers can only perform one song. Correct.
Okay.
So and I think that's what happened last year. The first and third prize winners were written by one person.
Wow.
So there's an opportunity, and you could be the winner of first, second, and third.
And do we still get those old Caymanian songwriters and performers participating in this event as well? I know when you listen to some of the old Pirates Week songs,
we want them there. It's open to any person that's interested in participating. There's no age limit. The criteria is specific to the Caribbean genre of music. So we would ask that, you consider the type of music that you enter. Pop music, hip hop won't work.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to be a Caribbean flair. And the criteria is on our website as well. If you go again to piratesweekfestival.com, the song competition entry form is there and all of the criteria is there. Can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's there. But the registration deadline for that is October 18th. And you can email us as well at events@piratesweekfestival.com if you need more information. And we're really looking forward to it. We have some entries from the BRAC as well.
Great.
So that's amazing. We didn't have any entries from the BRAC last year, I don't believe. So looking forward to anyone who's interested, and Caymanians entry as well. It is open to Caymanians only. So just submit your registration form, get your music in order, and let's get this competition on the way.
Okay, time for us to take a commercial break. Folks, please stay tuned. The discussion with Miss Melanie McPhail about Pirates Week 2019 here in the Cayman Islands will continue after this short commercial break.
It was a day that changed my life. No words can describe the feelings of seeing my baby boy sick for the first time. The overwhelming feeling of fear to be responsible for his health and happiness became my priority. So I did what any nurturing mother would do when their baby is sick. I took him to get some of the best medicine possible.
CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy understands the importance of careful decisions you make every day for your family. Our staff work towards healthcare excellence and providing the most current and up-to-date training with pharmaceutical care, so you can feel confident in knowing that your family is safe with the right medication. At CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy, we take care of your health.
Have you seen the latest? Cayman has been ranked the most expensive place to live. It's time to buy smart. It's time to buy Ropers. Find everything for your home and kitchen at low prices at Ropers. Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511. Email janitorial@ropers.ky. Clean up your spending with Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511. Ropers Janitorial also offers complete janitorial service for commercial, industrial, and residential. They get the job done right every time. Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511.
The 8:12 a.m. Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center. Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sewing and alterations, fabrics, household items, craft items, jewelry, beads, and decorations. Call Super Stitch at 949-2833 or email customer care at superstitch.com.ky. Super Stitch, located 39 Pasadora Place, Smith Road, still offering the best prices in town.
Passion.
Strength.
Heart.
It takes a great deal of effort to be the heart of the community, but that's what we're doing at Compass Media. From October 7th, pick up your copy of the new Cayman Compass. We're sporting a new size and look, but it's what's inside that really counts. We're 100% local. We'll inform, enlighten, and engage you with stories that matter. See why the Cayman Compass is the heart of the community. Available in print and online from Monday the 7th of October.
The government claims the cruise berthing facility won't cost us a penny. It will be paid for by the cruise partner who use it, not by our people or our government.
The fact is, you will be paying.
Because government is going to give the consortium development team, led by Royal Caribbean and Carnival, a portion of the cruise revenue that is currently being banked by government.
What's more, we will be repaying them
$450 million.
$250 million more
than what the facility even costs.
It's your vote, your future.
So make a decision based on fact.
You deserve the whole truth.
System 1 loaded.
1-800-534-8255. What is on your mind when it comes to the government, independence, and the opposition? Issues that matter to you. 1-800-534-8255. Waiting to hear from you. For the record.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning, and welcome back to For the Record. In the studio with me, the executive director of the Pirates Week Festival Office, Miss Melanie McPhail. How did I get that Miles in there? Miss Melanie McPhail. And we have a question from our listening audience, and I know that we were sort of like going in chronological order, but I'd like you to answer this one, just in case the person is maybe on the road in their vehicle, and before we get to it, they may just be getting out of their vehicle, going to their workplace or whatever. This person wants to know where will the Bordentown Heritage Day activities be held this year?
Okay, so Bordentown's event is held on Friday, the 15th of November, at the Nurse Josie Senior Center in Gun Square. So that's where the Heritage Day is going to be held for Bordentown.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, back to you again. Suggestion for talking about the song competition. Pirates Week is in November. Referendum is in December. Maybe somebody can do a referendum song.
There's an idea.
Referendum song. If you win anything, and if you do the song, and if you win anything, I get.
You want your share.
I get 10% of your of the prize money from that suggestion.
Well, that's definitely an idea for sure. But yeah, we look forward to the creativity of the writers and the talents, the lyrical abilities of those who are going to be singing those lyrics. So something to really look forward to for that event. But prior to that, we have Cayman Brack. Cayman Brack's celebrations are the November 1st through the 3rd. And we're encouraging vendors to participate in reserving their stall. The Cayman Brack Heritage Day is actually going to be on the 2nd of November. The activities kick off on Friday with with a happy hour at Captain's Table. And then we move to La Esperanza for the official kickoff party from 9 p.m. until 2 a.m. On Saturday, we have the District Heritage Day for Cayman Brack from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., and that's going to be at the Heritage House. We have a float parade happening at 3:30, and that starts at Heritage House and makes its way down to, I think, the Panama Canal, it's called.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so, and then we have fireworks happening at 8 p.m., and those take place at Coral, and Coral closes out the Saturday night with the after party from 8:30 p.m. until midnight. And then on Sunday, the 3rd of November, we have our Pirates Farewell Lunch, which is hosted by and sponsored by La Esperanza. So that's a rundown of the activities for the Brack. Now, we're definitely encouraging vendors to get their food handling certificate, because that is key.
A requirement?
Absolutely a requirement for any vendor during the festival period, whether it's Cayman Brack, Grand Cayman, or Little Cayman. It's extremely important that we put safety and hygiene before everything else. So there are opportunities to get that certificate. I think it's $15, and you can contact the district
environmental health.
Right, correct.
Awesome.
In the Brack, and get as much information as you need. The training course, I think, is like 5 or 6 hours, and you will be set to be a vendor. Come out there. Cayman Brackers are some of the best cooks we have.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to what they have to offer, and also those interested in participating in the float parade. We're encouraging schools. We're encouraging the Public Works Department, the fire services. I believe they're going to have a truck in the parade this year, which is exciting because we have the truck here in Grand Cayman. So why not in Cayman Brack? And any other corporation or small business government entity that wants to be involved, let's make this a Cayman Brack festival to remember.
Exactly. And any special excursions, special flights for that occasion in the Brack? Any additional flights by Cayman Airways?
Not as yet. I know the Friday night flight, someone actually wrote to us, they wrote to Cayman Airways and copied myself, asking your exact question, because the Friday, November 1st, I believe the last flight out is completely booked already. And that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
So I'm hoping they will put on an additional flight. I think we have about 40 students coming from Grand Cayman for the Brack festivities, and I believe only 24 of them could be accommodated. So I'm hoping that they will provide more availability in getting people there. I leave the Thursday night to get there to set up for Friday. So for those who want to take an extra day, come up on the flight with us.
Yeah,
we'll have some pirates carrying on bad.
I think we have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Melanie, I never call you Miles.
No.
Thank you. But I did say Miles. Listen, see, now you know I say I always listen to Radio Cayman. And I have 2 radios on most of the time. But this time I only had on one, so I don't know if you meant, I don't know when will be West Bay's Heritage Day. So, Miss Melanie, can you please tell me that?
Yes, ma'am. We were just trying to get through the BRAC first since they kicked off the festivities. But I'll tell you, I'll give you a quick rundown of the district days for Grand Cayman so that you'll have that information. East End kicks off on Tuesday, November 12th. Then we have West Bay, Wednesday, November 13th. And then we have on Thursday, November 14th, we have Northside, which then leads into Bordentown on the Friday, the 15th. And then we finish off on the Saturday, November 16th with Georgetown.
Mm-hmm. And another question. Mm-hmm. What is the cost for the stall? Mainly the craft stall.
For the Heritage Days?
Yes, ma'am.
That would be a question for the district committees. And I can get you that information if you want to leave your number, and I can call you when I get off air.
And then after that, when you give me that information, I got some more questions to put to you then too.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So Susan would give you my number. Please.
Okay, Miss Susan will give me. Okay.
Yeah, she'll leave it with Susan.
Wednesday is Wednesday the 13th.
Wednesday the 13th. You're right, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
I will be listening for your call back to my number when you get a chance.
Yes, ma'am, I will. Thank you so much and have a good day.
And always, every day.
Thank you, caller. Okay.
Thank you.
Back to you, Miss Mel.
Okay, so back to the BRAC. I gave a rundown of what's to be expected. Again, those dates are Friday the 1st through the 3rd of November for Cayman BRAC. Lots going on. We have the Heritage Day on the Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're inviting all vendors, food, craft, dessert vendors to come out and enjoy themselves. We're going to have activities on display, traditional activities and demonstrations. We're going to have bounce and castles for the kids, arts and crafts. We're also going to be selling the official Pirates Week T-shirt at the district day as well. Okay. We'll probably be selling that prior to the Saturday for Cayman BRAC.
But so that people can actually wear it on that day.
Yes, and wear it on that day. But we might sell it the Friday prior to that as well. Friday the 1st, sorry. We do have a dress down day for the official dress down day in Grand Cayman, which is going to be November 8th. So we'll be selling shirts for the BRAC for their dress down day, which I'm hoping we can do that for the 1st which is Friday the 1st of November. And but I'll have more information on that. The cost of the shirts are $12 for adults and $10 for kids for civil servants. And then we have corporate entities who we have shirts available for $12 and $15, and you get your logo on the back of that shirt. So we have that registration form available. That will be posted to our website today, actually. Any questions on how to purchase T-shirts? We obviously have our gift shop that will have the shirts available as well. But any questions you have, you can call us. You can contact us on our website for more information on our corporate T-shirt drive.
If we can go back for a second to the food handling certificate.
Right.
If you're already an established vendor, have a restaurant or some sort of food service, and you already have that certificate, there is no need for you to get it again.
Exactly. Right. You do have to show proof of of your certification. I believe they last for 2 or 3 years. So if you do it for this year, you're obviously good for another 2 to 3 years. So that's a great benefit in doing that course. It's a great investment. It's like I said, it's only 5 or 6 hours, but it's for 2 or 3 years.
Yes. Okay, we'll take a commercial break, folks. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll continue with Miss Melanie McFeel talking about Pirates Week after this short commercial break.
Congratulations, I hear the family is expanding.
Yes, our family is growing bigger, but I don't know how we're going to get around. Our old car just doesn't have enough room.
You should head over to Vamp Motors and ask about the Toyota Rush. It's a 7-seater SUV with lots of room and safety features, and it's on sale for just $21,900.
Rush in to Vamp Motors for the best deal of the year on the Toyota Rush SUV. Save up to $2,600 with Vamp cashback and the Toyota factory rebate going on right now. Fuel efficient, stylish, roomy, and loaded with safety features. The Rush is the perfect SUV for you and your family, starting from just $21,900. Visit Vamp Motors and drive your deal home today while stock lasts.
Have you seen the latest? Cayman has been ranked the most expensive place to live. It's time to buy smart. It's time to buy Ropers. Find everything for your home and kitchen at low prices at Ropers. Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511. Email janitorial@ropers.ky. Clean up your spending with Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511. Ropers Janitorial also offers complete janitorial service for commercial, industrial, and residential. They get the job done right every time. Ropers Janitorial, 949-2511.
Logic Fiber Internet is the fastest internet on the island. And it's gotten even better, because when you sign up now, you get 1 month free. Sounds great, but there's some very real drawbacks. Your kids will never leave. You'll have nothing to complain about. And you can't blame your online gaming stats on anything but skill. Sign up now for Logic Fiber Internet for the fastest and 1 month freest internet on the island. Visit logic.ky to sign up. Terms and conditions apply.
2019 marks 100 years of junior achievement worldwide. Junior achievement in Cayman is now 29 years old. To celebrate and support this milestone, help Junior Achievement Cayman to continue our work, guiding next generation Cayman to new horizons in life and business. Get your ticket and enter to win an exclusive trip, Namibia, known as a smile on the face of Africa, offering a unique blend of amazing desert scenes, exquisite wildlife, and fascinating tribal cultures.
Get an adventure of a lifetime while supporting Junior Achievement.
Purchase your ticket and stand a chance to win an exclusive all-inclusive 16-day tour to Namibia for 2 persons. Namibia can be reached from the Cayman Islands with Delta Airlines flights via Atlanta and Johannesburg. Experience the astounding and desolate dunescapes of South Namibia, the amazing endangered wildlife of the Etosha National Park. Purchase your ticket today. Junior Achievement, another Rotary Central inspiration project.
Get your Junior Achievement Namibia Safari tickets on eventpro.ky before the drawing on October the 26th.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Initiating system.
For information that matters. For the record, with Orrett Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're talking about Pirates Week 2019 in the Cayman Islands. That conversation is taking place with Miss Melanie McField, who is the Executive Director of the Pirates Week Festival Office. 2 questions. One, could you please ask Miss Melanie if there are any more food stalls left for Georgetown? And then there's another one that asks when is the kickoff date for Pirates Week Festival in Georgetown? Day and date.
Okay. So the first question, now when they say Georgetown, I'm assuming for the Kirk Freeport and Royal Bank parking lot food courts.
Okay.
There are still a few stalls available. Those stalls they go on sale from July of each year. So they go very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And we start getting requests from March or February.
Wow.
For people to buy. And I'm like, no, let's wait until July. But they do go very quickly. There are a few spots available. So I would encourage anyone who's interested in being a vendor to get to our office today. The registration process, you can go online, download the form, complete the form, bring that form in and choose your spot, because we have a map, but that map is updated constantly. So you may see a stall on the website that you like, but it might not be available. So come into our office, choose what stall you like, and make your deposit. Or if you want, you can pay in full. With that payment, you get 50 biodegradable containers and 100 knife and forks, I believe, which are also biodegradable. And just a reminder, it is required. It is a requirement. It's not an option to serve. You have to serve out of biodegradable containers.
And you will monitor that.
Absolutely.
As well. Yes.
Absolutely. Last year, we introduced an initiative called Pirates Against Plastic. And the basis behind that is to reduce single-use plastic. We do understand we're not going to eliminate it in 2 years.
But you can do your part.
Absolutely. And as a major festival, we feel it's our responsibility to lessen our carbon footprint and show responsible care for our environment. And we're encouraging all other major festivals, whether it's a food festival or any event for that matter, to encourage and use biodegradable products at their bars, at their food stalls, wherever. Because we do incorporate it in the bars for Pirates Week as well. We use biodegradable cups or your pirate mugs or reusable beer mugs if you wish.
And these items, they come as part of your registration fee. You pay
for the vendors. Correct. You get
quite generous.
We're trying, and there's no excuse. There's no excuse. If you run out of containers, you can purchase them from the Pirates Week office as well. We're fully stocked and ready to go. We have dessert containers. We have if you want to serve small meals, we have those containers. Large meals with the 3 compartments, and then we have the 9-inch 1 compartment for those that do a lot of fish or jerk chicken that not interested in the 3 compartment containers. So there's options, and again, we have forks, knives that are also biodegradable for you to purchase. We don't do straws at our bars, and if we do, they're going to be, again, biodegradable straws. So we're very conscious, and we're really trying to do our part in eliminating single-use plastic at Pirates Week.
Excellent.
So, and we're also encouraging that for the vendors in the BRAC as well. We will have containers available for them too. We just need to know who's registering so that we know how many to provide, and touch bases with the Pirates Week office. So, we're prepared because we have to bring them from Grand Cayman. Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
So we don't want to get there and then, vendors don't have what they need. So, yeah.
Okay. So, and that did you answer that other part of the question for Georgetown day and date?
No, I didn't. And if they're asking about the Georgetown Heritage Day food stalls being available, again, they can contact the Georgetown Heritage Committee. Yes, and I can provide those details if you'd like me to.
Sure.
The person's number. I don't want to say it over.
Okay.
The radio.
yes.
The numbers are private. Yeah.
So, but we can say who they are.
Oh, yes, we can say who they are. Cheryl Miles and Dale Ramon are the 2 persons to contact. And when I'm back on the show on radio again, I'll definitely have that information available to share with the public. But I just want to get their permission to make sure it's okay.
Excellent.
But those are the 2 people to contact if they would know who those people are. And they can always call our office and we can give that information to them too.
Great.
For the official dates for downtown Grand Cayman, the kickoff is Thursday, the 7th of November, and that is our official kickoff party at Royal Palms from 4 p.m. It starts with a happy hour, and then it moves into the official kickoff party, which goes until 2 a.m. So those dates are, and I'll get into more details about Grand Cayman, but just to give the caller the dates, Thursday the 7th through to Monday the 11th. And then that moves from the 12th to the 16th for the Heritage Days.
Okay. Another listener offline wanted to know the price of stalls.
The price for the food stalls vary. I think all of our premium spots are gone. Those were $300. And the next category is $250 for food stalls. And we We have for smaller vendors, I believe we have 2 of those stalls for $150. I don't know if they're available.
Still, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we also have craft stalls, which I think are all sold out.
Wow.
For all 3 days. No, for Friday and Saturday. Monday we still have availability. They're going. They started from July, so
that is great. That is really
they don't
really
last
great.
very long. So people, we have vendors literally lined up at our door from 7:30 in the morning when the registration opens, waiting to register because they know the importance of having a food stall at Pirates Week and what it does for them. And they know they go by very quickly.
Right. Now, talking about the popularity, and I'm going to shift gears very quickly here. How has the Pirates Week festivities, the office itself, the committee, made adjustments in terms of the changing demographics in the Cayman Islands? You know, years ago, you know, I was out there, you know, watching the landing and everything. How do you keep a 8-year-old person like me interested in Pirates Week and continue to come out there and see it? I know people who over the years have scheduled their vacations, they're living overseas, you know, or diaspora, and they schedule it for that time of the year to come to enjoy Pirates Week.
And they still do.
How do you manage to do that?
They're traditional, they're staple events during the festival that are going to be there forever. For example, the landing. That's something that's always going to be a staple of the festival. But throughout the years, we try to introduce new and exciting events, you know, to change up the calendar a bit. A few years ago, we introduced an illumination night parade. There are a lot of people that, as much as they love the landing, it is hot. And being out there in the sun for hours on end is a bit taxing, especially on, not you, because you're not older, but for the more mature. Yeah. So a lot of them actually enjoy the night parade because it's cooler, and it's a totally different element for what is expected during the festival. And you get to see these same floats in the day parade, but at night, filled with lights. And that is something very different for Cayman. We have the parade of lights, boats on water. Yes. This is actually a parade of lights with floats on land, if that makes sense. Excellent. So that's one feature for those who, you know, might not be interested in what's happening during the day on the Saturday. There's also the introduction of our pooch parade for our dog lovers.
Yes.
Back to your question about demographics, and that interests any animal lover, you know, whether young, older, you know, Caymanian or expatriate. It caters to all demographics. Also, our music, we have all genres of music playing at Pirates Week. Our traditional stage, our traditional music obviously is Caribbean soca, calypso, which is on the main stage, but we also have a DJ playing top 40, Latin, house, EDM, you know, music for all of those people who are interested. We may have a little country here and there as well. So there's something for everybody at Pirates Week, all ages, all nationalities. I mean, we are a melting pot. Our food court also offers dishes for most of the traditional Caymanian dishes, of course, because that's what Pirates Week is about. But there's a touch of other flavors from other nationalities there, if you want to, you know, taste and try other foods as well. Yes. And I think it's a fair balance for those tourists that are coming down. They want to try Caymanian food, but they also they might want a little Chinese here and there, or a little pizza, or, you know, there's a mixture of something for everyone. So I hope I've answered that question.
You certainly have. You certainly have. And
like I said, we have over 40
variety
events.
Is the spice of life.
Yes, it is. And then you have your district days, of course. Yes. You know, who I would encourage more young people to attend. It's something that it's important in terms of translating what used to be to what is now. and giving them a bit of education and understanding of the way Cayman was back in the day, so to speak. So, and each district has its very unique ways of celebrating the Heritage Days. So that is, again, something for everybody as well. And a lot of tourists actually venture out to the different districts, and those that are visiting venture out to the different districts to get a taste of that specific district and a historical perspective of Cayman. For those tourists that cannot get out to the districts, we have what is called Culture Shop, and that's on a public holiday Monday. Culture Shop is basically a taste of what's to happen during the district week. But for those tourists that are coming in on that day who can't get out to all of the district days, the district days wouldn't have started, but that will miss the district days, they would have a taste of Cayman, and hopefully we can convert those visiting tourists to stay over tourists for next year. So that's really the purpose of Culture Shop. You have your craft vendors, you have your traditional displays, peppermint, the thatch rope, Mr. Deal and Miss Marlena, and all of your traditional vendors are going to be out there. You have the Snapper Cook-Off with Jamo and his culinary team. We're gonna have music there, of course, Swanky Kitchen Band for Culture Shop, and we're gonna have the Trial of the Pirates happening that night as well, and the Illumination Night Parade, and also our finale fireworks. That's all happening on Monday, public holiday.
Okay, I know you have another commitment at 9:15. We're going to take our headline news at 9 o'clock and give you an opportunity to ensure that you inform of everything before you leave. So, folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after headline news, 9 o'clock.
Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman's newsroom. These are the biggest stories right now.
The Ministry of Health, Environment, Culture and Housing announces that the initial contracts for the awarding of the construction of the new long-term residential mental health facility in East End have been signed. The long-term residential mental health facility will hold 54 beds and will serve residents of the Cayman Islands who have serious and persistent mental illness, enabling them to be cared for in a, quote, safe and secure environment. U.S. troops have begun withdrawing from positions in northern Syria, paving the way for a Turkish operation against Kurdish fighters in the border area. Kurdish-led forces have until now been a key U.S. ally in Syria, where they helped defeat the Islamic State group, but Turkey regards them as terrorists. The main Kurdish-led group called the surprise U.S. move a, quote, stab in the back. And dozens of Extinction Rebellion activists have been arrested as protests take place across the globe. 30 people have been charged with committing offenses in Sydney after hundreds blocked a road. 50 people were detained in Amsterdam for erecting a tent on the main road. Protests by climate change activists are expected in some 60 cities over the next 2 weeks. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Initiating system.
For information that matter. For the record, with Orrett Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're on the last leg of the show with Miss Melanie McPhail this morning, talking about Pirates Week in the Cayman Islands in November. She's given you a date. She's given you venues for certain things that are taking place. If you have any questions, any observations, keep them coming in. She will provide you with the information that you need. Otherwise, there is the Pirates Week website as well that you can refer to. Some things may not be updated. For instance, if you go on there and you're looking for a map of the food stalls, that may change somewhat because, you know, as we speak, things are changing.
Yes.
I'm sure that some of those persons who called in this morning,
they're
probably on their way to the Pirates Week office now as well. So back to you, Miss Mel.
Thank you, Mr. Orrett. one thing I wanted to touch on is our theme this year, and that's shipwrecked. A lot of people ask, what is the theme for Pirates Week this year, and how is it incorporated in the festival? So we as a committee and the district committees as well, we come up with ideas of how to incorporate a theme into the festival. This theme is applied to the float parade, the District Heritage Ambassador costume competition, and it's also incorporated in our district days. So when people ask what is the importance of a theme, it's easier for example, these are all competitions that I just mentioned. So it's always best to have some sort of a theme so that it's easier to judge.
Yes.
And it gives people something to look forward to. And that theme also stems from our poster. Our official poster this year has the catboat, Cayman catboat on there. And it's something we're extremely proud of because, incorporating our Cayman catboat for us is an integral part of, the island's history and just our heritage. So we don't just want to show the fun and the fantasy side of the festival, but also the historical side of the festival. And the scenario that also incorporates catboats this year, I can't give too much information on that because our landing scenario is something that people really look forward to.
Yep.
But it's going to be so different this year, bearing in mind shipwrecked. So wrap your mind around that and catboats and how do the two work with pirates.
Yes.
It's quite interesting, and we're really excited for what's to come, and that actually happens on the Saturday, November 9th, during the landing parade and the invasion. So look out for our catboats, look out for our pirates, and again, shipwreck is our theme. The T-shirt also incorporates our theme as well. So the official T-shirt has a shipwreck theme on it.
Do we still get the Seattle Pirates still come?
Some of them still come. I don't know if they travel as a group like they used to, but they may travel individually. But we still have representation. Okay. Yes, we do. And we have a lot more pirates from different North Carolina, Tampa. We had a group of 4 pirates who've been coming for the last 2 or 3 years from Japan.
Oh wow!
Yes, and they messaged. I think they sent an email from March of this year. Saying, we're coming back and, tell us what to bring and how should we dress. They're so excited. I can't remember the lady's name, but always very gung-ho about Pirates Week. And we also have a group coming out of London as well. But we have groups coming from all ends of the earth, so to speak. So Pirates Week really attracts people from all over. We're hoping to... This year would have been ideal. Not sure if it will happen, but we're hoping to do an economic impact assessment to really see how the festival, impacts our economy and get some actual data on that. Yes, I think the last one was conducted in 2001 or 2011. I can't remember, but it was many years ago, too long ago. So we need to have another one. So
yeah. Because once you start to compile the data now, then you will have something to compare it to.
Exactly.
Later on, yeah.
Exactly. So, and it's good for businesses who are interested in supporting the festival to know exactly, where their money's going.
Yes. What the impact and what they're getting out of it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, shipwrecked, for those in the BRAC that are entering their floats, bear that theme in mind as well. For the schools, we're also encouraging the schools here in Grand Cayman to participate in the float parade too. We were offering, courtesy of the Ministry of Culture, we have $650 for between 6 to 8 schools to put towards the construction of a float or just the development of costumes for these schools to participate in. So it's a great way. I think we have 3 or 4 schools already signed up, and the deadline has passed, but we will extend that to those schools that are interested. And this is open to private and public schools. And an email was sent out to all of the schools on island for their participation. So we're hoping to get at least 3 more schools involved to have a mini school parade, which would open the main float parade on that Saturday. So that's the goal behind getting more schools involved as well.
Okay, let's go over those dates again, even though people, and we can tell them how to access the information as well.
Right, so the official kickoff of the Pirates Week Festival season this year starts with Cayman Brac from the 1st to the 3rd of November. Then we move into Grand Cayman. The dates are the 7th through to the 16th. Now, those dates incorporate the downtown festivities from the 7th to the 11th, and then the district days from the 12th to the 16th. We have Little Cayman happening from the 15th to the 17th.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of overlap there. But the dates, all of this information can be found on our PiratesWeekFestival.com website, as well as our Facebook page on Cayman Islands Pirates Week Festival. We also have Instagram for those Instagram lovers. It's Pirates Week Cayman, and we also have Twitter, CI Pirates Week. So there's all means of getting information.
Precisely, yes.
And if you
no
need
excuse.
No excuse. And we're located on 10 Shedden Road, right above the KFC and the waterfront. So if you need to come and speak with us, or you need to call us, it's 949-5078. Or if you need to call me, my number apparently is all over the world, so I might as well give it out. It's 925-2261. If you have any questions, I have a second vendor who's actually contacted me during this interview. So 925-2261 if you need any information. My number is available for anyone to call. Just don't call me after 9 at night, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the reminder again about the single-use plastics and other material, as well, and the encouragement for vendors.
Yes.
Those that would get stalls from you and pay for them, but also an encouragement to others who are participating in it.
Yes. As Mr. Connor as you mentioned, the vendors that sign up for a day automatically gets 50 containers. If you sign up for 2 days, you get 100. If you sign up for 3, you get 150. So depending on how many days you register, you get containers, 50 per day. And those are biodegradable containers made from sugarcane, actually. Bagasse is what it's called. And it's a sugarcane byproduct, so it breaks down in a few months.
Yeah.
And if
you're lucky, you might get sugarcane.
Yeah.
Only kidding.
Can't guarantee that. But just to also inform the public and those that are interested, these containers are very durable and strong. I know there are some biodegradable products that are very weak, and gravy and sauces,
and
goes right through it. Not ours.
Okay.
They're strong containers. So when you come, you can look at them, you can feel them if you like. The quality is amazing. We've had vendors use them last year that bought from us for other events prior to Pirates Week.
Great.
And we encourage them again, if you need these containers for events happening before Pirates Week, you can come and purchase them from our office. But we're trying to save them for our vendors because they will go by quickly. Yeah. The Pirates Week office has also been nominated for People's Choice Award by the CCMI for our environmentally friendly way of doing things.
The approach, yes.
Yes, for the festival. So I encourage people to vote for Pirates Week.
Okay.
And you can go on the CCMI's website and get more information on that.
Okay, and all you vendors get on there and vote for that as well.
Yes, get on there and vote for us.
You know what is being done.
Yes, it's a big deal for us. It's one of our very many accomplishments that we don't really talk about a lot that I think we should. And also the charities that we support. I was speaking to a colleague of mine, and I was telling her, like, we don't pat ourselves enough. We don't give ourselves enough recognition in terms of what we really do for the community. And I think that's something, we need to start focusing on to let people know how important this festival is and how much it gives back to our community, as well as showing our appreciation of who gives back to us and supports us. And on that note, I would like to say a big thank you to our major sponsors, including AI Rentals, Radio Cayman, of course, Ace Hardware, Cayman Airways Limited, Bacardi, Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, Hurley's Media Limited, the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Culture, and the Tourism Attractions Board. These are all major sponsors that support the festival year after year, and I just want to give a big shout out to them. We have all of our partners and sponsors on our website, and I don't think we have enough time to mention all of them, but yes, I definitely wanted to highlight these as well.
Great. One of the things that we didn't mention was the entertainment. Are we getting any local and foreign entertainment
as well? We're getting both. I'm so anxious to announce who these persons are, but I want to have the official poster available first.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to get that today or tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna say it because I'm gonna give you the first. A little sneak peek. We have 4 international acts coming this year, and that's Destra. We have Alison Hines, and we have Irfan Alves. A lot of people don't know that name, but they know his music. So once you search Irfan Alves and his catalog of music, you probably know at least 5 of his songs. And we also have a younger artist called Nessa Preppy. So we've provided artists for all demographics. So Destra and Allison for the more mature, Irfan and Nessa for the younger demographic. We also have local artists as well, which we're still confirming. So I'm not able to mention their names, but I do believe a popular band by the name of Swanky Kitchen Band.
We know about that.
Will be definitely present during Culture Shop. And we're deciding where else we're going to incorporate them in our festival.
Okay, before you go, someone wants to know whether or not they can put down a deposit on a stall.
Yes, you can. You can put down a deposit, and the form...
Refundable or non-refundable?
Non-refundable.
Yes, that's right.
I'm just joking. No, it is refundable up until a certain date.
Okay.
I want to say the second week in October. But you
because
can...
you want to be, if that person cancels, you want to have the ability to offer that to someone else. So that you need enough time to do that.
Absolutely. And your balance has to be paid by the end of October.
Okay.
So, we're very reasonable, and we offer options. So, and that's why we start the registration process so early, because this gives people enough time to shop for their products over a period of time and make that deposit and then pay the balance over a period of time. So we're very... we try our best to be as accommodating as possible to our vendors.
Excellent. Any final comments before you go?
Check out our website. Yes. There's so much going on for Pirates Week. Again, our golf tournament is coming up. Encouraging all of our corporate entities to get involved in sponsoring or signing up a team. We have the kickoff with the Cayman Brac Heritage Day, encouraging those vendors to sign up, and also those participating in the float parade for Cayman Brac to also get their float parade registration forms in. We are encouraging those who are interested in being a part of our Dress Down Day to purchase the corporate drive T-shirt, the Dress Down T-shirt that we're selling as part of our corporate drive initiative. It would be amazing to see as many businesses dress up their establishments with, Pirates Week themed or shipwreck themed displays in their windows, or the banks, for example. The banks used to have really nice displays.
And the staff used to
and the staff dress in the official T-shirt or in your pirate costume if you like. I know a few lawyers who are definitely going to be all out with their pirate gear. And a big shout out to SILPA, the Cayman Islands Legal Practitioners Association, who have come on full-fledged this year to assist with our trial of the pirates. That is going to be an amazing show. The governor is involved, our actual governor. He's also in our landing as well. He's going to be very active, so come and check out our governor do his thing. And as I mentioned, Silpa will be there in full robe and attire. And it's going to be quite an interesting Trial of the Pirates this year. So there's so much going on. We have our scheduled events on the PiratesWeekFestival.com website that has a list of all of what's happening, when and where.
Excellent.
So check us out.
Okay, all the best. And if you need another slot on For the Record, be more than happy to accommodate you here.
I'll bring some water with me this time so they don't have to hear my voice.
You did an excellent job. You always do.
Thank you.
Folks, please stay tuned for The Record. We'll be back immediately after this short commercial break.
At Seaboard Marine, customers often ask us questions about their shipments.
I have various items coming from different suppliers that I need to ship to Cayman. Do you offer consolidation?
Yes. Seaboard Marine offers consolidation for full and less than container loads. We can hold your packages at our Miami warehouse until everything arrives and ship it all in one go. And we have the best rates to Grand Cayman. Visit seaboardmarine.com for more information.
Shipping shore to shore,
It was a day that changed my life. No words can describe the feelings of seeing my baby boy sick for the first time. The overwhelming feeling of fear to be responsible for his health and happiness became my priority. So I did what any nurturing mother would do when their baby is sick. I took him to get some of the best medicine possible.
CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy understands the importance of careful decisions you make every day for your family. Our staff work towards healthcare excellence and providing the most current and up-to-date training with pharmaceutical care, so you can feel confident in knowing that your family is safe with the right medication. At CTMH Doctors Hospital Pharmacy, we take care of your health.
Congratulations, I hear the family is expanding.
Yes, our family is growing bigger, but I don't know how we're going to get around. Our old car just doesn't have enough room.
You should head over to Vamp Motors and ask about the Toyota Rush. It's a 7-seater SUV with lots of room and safety features, and it's on sale for just $21,900.
Rush in to Vamp Motors for the best deal of the year on the Toyota Rush SUV. Save up to $2,600 with Vamp cashback and the Toyota factory rebate going on right now. Fuel efficient, stylish, roomy, and loaded with safety features. The Rush is the perfect SUV for you and your family, starting from just $21,900. Visit Vamp Motors and drive your deal home today while stock lasts.
The 2019 Fall Labor Force Survey and Pilot Census are currently being conducted by the Economics and Statistics Office. The Labor Force Survey collects data on the employed and unemployed persons, while the Pilot for Census 2020 will test the questionnaire prior to its finalization. Trained interviewers with ESO ID cards will visit randomly selected households in all districts. The interviews are confidential in accordance with the statistics law. No individual data will be published or disclosed. Survey data are exempt from freedom of information. For more details, please call the ESO on 516-3329.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Initiating system.
For information that matters. For the Record with Orrett Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Miss Melanie McField has left us. She's the executive director of the Pirates Week Festival office, talking about Pirates Week. And one WhatsApp message came through on another device for me, and I didn't get an opportunity to ask Miss Melanie this, but a person wanted to know how exciting the fireworks display will be this year as well, and they're hoping that there's a good budget for it as well. As you know, the fireworks display normally done by Lord Graham, but normally done by Lord Graham, Mr. Graham Rankin. He's the fireworks came on, and I am sure that it will be a spectacular display again. And 9 times out of 10, Lord Graham, Mr. Graham Rankin, will give you a little bit more than you paid for as well when it comes to fireworks. He adds a little more flair to it as well. So when we do have Miss Melanie back on again, we'll talk about the fireworks display as well. One of our listeners, in relation to the traffic, wrote earlier this morning. This would have been around before 8 o'clock, but I will share this with you as well. It says, good morning. There were officers blocking traffic coming from the Prospect area and diverting them to the east-west arterial this morning. The traffic approaching Chrissy Tomlinson can only use the inside lane. The traffic coming from Ocean Club is using the outside lane. Okay, so that at the Chrissy Tomlinson roundabout, the setup there was similar to what is down at the Red Bay roundabout, but whereas on the Red Bay roundabout there are permanent, those little orange poles, I forget what they're called, but they're permanently placed there, as opposed to Chrissy Tomlinson, where there was a police officer there directing traffic as well. And I must say also that on my way down at around 6:20 this morning, the old Prospect Road had not been blocked off at that point in time. So that was changed after 6:15 or so this morning as well. But it is good to see that there are some improvements, and hopefully we will get some permanent solution to this issue as well. But people are working on it. So that is the case. This is a long-standing question that I had from several shows ago, and the person wanted to know whether or not an individual citizen can take someone to court for littering. Now, not a lawyer, and I haven't stayed at a Holiday Inn for a long time. I haven't stayed at a Holiday Inn either, but public prosecutions can only be brought by the Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP's office. They can be instigated by virtue of police or other relevant authorities seeking guidance on alleged crimes that are alleged to be committed. If there's a private concern between two parties, then that is handled through civil litigation, unless it is, let's say, for instance, an altercation that has taken place between two parties, and it then involves a police investigation, and the police brings charges against the person. Initially, I thought this question had to do with whether or not you could arrest someone for littering, and I, at that point in time, said that I would seek to do some research as to whether or not there are provisions in or laws for citizens' arrests. And if anyone is listening who's a lawyer, I'm not sure if Dr. Macfield has already gotten into his office, whether or not he's listening. And maybe someone can tell us those circumstances under which a citizen's arrest can be made. But as far as taking the person to court for littering, like I said, unless it is a civil matter brought under civil proceedings, I believe, that any other type of prosecution has to be done through the Director of Public Prosecution's office in concert with the relevant authorities, for instance, the police, for instance, whether or not there's legislation, environmental health laws that have been broken, and they are then referred, after investigation, referred to the DPP's office as well. Not sure if I got all of that right. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, but any lawyer listening in and can offer any comments in that regard, free legal advice this morning, that would be useful as well. Another listener wrote in and said, and this one came in at 9:25, so just now. Says, good morning, OC. I am pleased to announce this morning that traffic is flowing so much better this morning coming out of Marina Drive. I'm a school bus driver. I complained on Friday about that traffic, and I am grateful that they have addressed this problem. So, to the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, for the National Roads Authority, whatever you have done between Friday and today, it appears as if that has worked. So let's bear that in mind. Try that for a few more days and see how that works, because what will happen now is that people will see things working one way or the other, and the drivers then will make adjustments too, which will then create new situations, to occur as well. So monitor it for a few days. Let's see what happens with it. But whatever you've done between Friday and this morning, it appears to have been working. Kudos to all of you. Folks, taking a commercial break. When we return, I will share a little bit more about what the administrator, Mr. John A. Cumber, had to say about more development in the Cayman Islands in October 1967. So please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
2019 marks 100 years of junior achievement worldwide. Junior achievement in Cayman is now 29 years old. To celebrate and support this milestone, help Junior Achievement Cayman to continue our work guiding next generation Cayman to new horizons in life and business. Get your ticket and enter to win an exclusive trip Namibia, known as a smile on the face of Africa, offering a unique blend of amazing desert scenes, exquisite wildlife, and fascinating tribal cultures.
Get an adventure of a lifetime while supporting Junior Achievement.
Purchase your ticket and stand a chance to win an exclusive all-inclusive 16-day tour to Namibia for 2 persons. Namibia can be reached from the Cayman Islands with Delta Airlines flights via Atlanta and Johannesburg. Experience the astounding and desolate dunescapes of South Namibia, the amazing endangered wildlife of the Etosha National Park. Purchase your ticket today. Junior Achievement, another Rotary Central inspiration project.
Get your Junior Achievement Namibia Safari tickets on eventpro.ky before the drawing on October the 26th.
At Seaboard Marine, customers often ask us questions about their shipments.
Hi, I'm thinking of buying a car from the States. Which port do you ship out of?
Hi, we ship out of Miami, Houston, and Brooklyn. Just let us know your port of choice and we can provide you with a quotation and answer any questions you may have on ensuring and protecting your vehicle during its journey.
Shipping shore to shore,
Congratulations, it's a boy.
During the greatest events of your life, whether or not you have the right health insurance coverage should be the last thing on your mind. That's why at Fidelity Health, we are committed to helping you get matched with the right plan to suit you and your family. We offer a range of plans to suit your budget, plus access to a network of quality care throughout the Caribbean and the USA. You can relax and enjoy life's greatest moments when you are covered with Fidelity Health. Call us today at 949-7822 for a free quote.
Always ensure that food preparation utensils are washed with a strong detergent and rinsed in hot water in the event that they have made contact with flood water. Boil silverware for 10 minutes and immerse glass, porcelain, china, and plastic items in a solution of hot water and 10% chlorine bleach before use. For more post-hurricane food safety tips, visit DEH website at deh.gov.ky.
The government claims the cruise berthing facility won't cost us a penny. It will be paid for by the cruise passenger who use it, not by our people or our government.
The fact is, you will be paying.
Because government is going to give the consortium development team, led by Royal Caribbean and Carnival, a portion of the cruise revenue that is currently being banked by government.
What's more, we will be repaying them
$450 million.
$250 million more
than what the facility even costs.
It's your vote, your future.
So make a decision based on fact.
You deserve the whole truth.
System 1 loaded.
1-800-534-8255. What is on your mind when it comes to the government, independence, and the opposition? Issues that matter to you. 1-800-534-8255. Waiting to hear from you. For the Record.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio now. I want to remind you that the phone lines are still open. If you have any questions, comments that you may want to raise, I am going to share this article with you, and hopefully I'll have enough time to talk a little bit more about one of the issues that Ms. Melanie McFeel raised here, and the genuine effort that is being made by the Pirates Week festival office to reduce the use of single-use plastics and other materials here in the Cayman Islands. And if offices like the Pirates Week office can do so, why can't we have other entities doing so as well? Why can't we encourage those little corner stores that sell various foods to do the same, as well. And hopefully I'll have time for that discussion to take place. So in October of 1967, La Fontaine Hotel opened. And at the opening of, and for those of you who don't know about La Fontaine and where it is, those of you Johnny or Jane or Janie come latelys, the La Fontaine Hotel is located in the area where the Royal Palms is now. So it was built using Caymanian contractors, Caymanian labor, Caymanian ingenuity, and it opened in 1967. And the administrator, Mr. J.A. Cumber, made a call for more overseas investment in Cayman, especially investment in the tourism industry. And he sounded that call on the Saturday night of the opening. It says that Mr. Cumber, who was speaking at the official opening of the new La Fontaine Hotel on West Bay Road, said his government was deeply concerned with attracting more investors to the country. He said the more the better it would be for all and sundry. Now, let's look at this, diverting a little bit here, but let's look at this from a political standpoint. The administrator, Mr. J.A. Cumber, not a politician, but Her Majesty's representative. And he's saying his government, my government, is deeply concerned with attracting more investors to the country. I think we have moved beyond that now. And while it is still referred to as Her Majesty's government of sort, Her Majesty's government now is elected by Caymanians, even though those days we had elected representatives as well, but we didn't have that national figure like a leader of government business, like a premier that we have now, who can genuinely refer to the government as his government. Some may say, well, our premier today can't do that either because it is a coalition government. So he may say the government that he's a part of. I don't know. But anyway, back to the article. It says the administrator said he was not referring exclusively to persons who wish to put their money into the tourist industry, but also those who were interested in other forms of investment in the islands. And he's quoted as saying, government is concerned to enhance all forms of development. And he said that to a large gathering that was at this event. The administrator agreed that the country needed more hotels if its vital tourist industry was to bloom as it should. Cayman was not getting 100% benefit from its salubrious climate, scintillating scenery and glamorous beaches because there was not enough space to put those who wish to take advantage of those natural assets of the Cayman Islands. That is what Mr. Cumber said at that time. So in 1967, what he's basically saying is we don't have the infrastructure here to accommodate those persons who want to enjoy the natural beauty, the natural environment of the Cayman Islands. He went on to say that it was not always very easy to attract foreign investors to the Cayman Islands, but often it was just a matter of waiting for the investor to make a move. The administrator, who had just a few minutes before he officially opened the hotel, lauded its beautiful architecture and declared that it was one of the very genuine assets to Cayman and the West Bay Beach in particular. So 1967, the administrator talking about more investment in Cayman, not only in the tourism industry, but in other areas as well. Let's take 1967 and 67, 23, and now 42 years, I believe. 42 years since that time, 42 years. And what is happening now? We're hearing some people calling in and saying we need to discontinue the concessions that we're given to businesses in the Cayman Islands, to those who are involved in the hotel industry. There are those who say we don't need to give concessions to attract more investment in the Cayman Islands because everyone wants to come now and invest in the Cayman Islands because of its attractiveness, because of its stability, because of its high ratings in the financial world as well. Pause there for a second because we have 3 calls. Those are going to be your 3 final calls for the morning. I'm going to take 1 call now, go to a commercial break. When we return, take the other 2 calls. So first caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Orrett.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
If when they vote for the referendum this time and the majority of the people vote no and it stops the port from being built, 20 years from today, if another government decides that they want to build the port, will this vote stop that from happening, or will there have to be another referendum?
20 years down the line, I don't believe that this, if the no vote were successful, that it could bind any government for 20 years. I'm not even sure if the question, as approved by cabinet, if that remains the same after the bill goes to the Legislative Assembly. I am not sure if that question remains the same, if 20 months or even 20 weeks could not change that, because it depends on how you read the question. And I don't believe the question as it stands now prohibits the building of a port at all, at any time. Also, before you go, call, I just want to point, when you say if the no votes win, remember that they have to get past that threshold of 50% plus one of the persons registered to vote. Just bear that in mind as well. But I to answer your question again, I don't believe that it could be binding for so long.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's take a commercial break. 2 more callers that we will take after the break. Callers, don't hang up, because I'm going to keep my promise and take your call as soon as we return.
Sometimes having a middleman is not a bad thing, especially when it comes to insurance. Do you know that when it comes to cost, ease, speed, and peace of mind, insurance brokers ranked higher than when customers buy direct? So, for all your insurance needs, call Fidelity Insurance. We're the middleman you want. Call us today at 949-7822. Fidelity. We're good for you.
2019 marks 100 years of junior achievement worldwide. Junior Achievement in Cayman is now 29 years old. To celebrate and support this milestone, help Junior Achievement Cayman to continue our work, guiding next generation Cayman to new horizons in life and business. Get your ticket and enter to win an exclusive trip Namibia, known as a smile on the face of Africa, offering a unique blend of amazing desert scenes, exquisite wildlife, and fascinating tribal cultures.
Get an adventure of a lifetime while supporting Junior Achievement.
Purchase your ticket and stand a chance to win an exclusive all-inclusive 16-day tour to Namibia for 2 persons. Namibia can be reached from the Cayman Islands with Delta Airlines flights via Atlanta and Johannesburg. Experience the astounding and desolate dunescapes of South Namibia, the amazing endangered wildlife of the Etosha National Park. Purchase your ticket today. Junior Achievement, another Rotary Central inspiration project.
Get your Junior Achievement Namibia Safari tickets on eventpro.ky before the drawing on October the 26th. In recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens presents the Brenda Tibbetts Lund Memorial Walk Run with the locations for your convenience.
On Sunday, October 13th, join a 5K walk run or 10K at the 7 Mile Public Beach. Register online at caymanactive.com for only $25 or at the Pink Shop, Elizabethan Square.
The Brenda Tibbetts Lund Memorial Walk Run, October 13th at 7 Mile Public Beach.
Stay tuned.
Don't forget to tune in Monday through Friday for Radio Cayman's local evening sports report during the 6 p.m. news hour.
Taking a look at Radio Cayman's local sports, I'm Dion Anglin.
It is proudly brought to you by King Sports Center, providing your fitness, recreation, and relaxation needs.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Initiating system.
For information that matters. For the record, with Orrett Connor. Continues right now on Radio Cayman.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. 2 callers still on hold. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor, and interesting discussion this morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, just a quick item of maybe historical interest. I know you're talking about development and development of tourism, and
sure.
I'm very keen in that regard for sustainable development in tourism. But I want to talk to you about something very quickly that you also mentioned about the governor in a speech referring to it as his government.
Yes.
When, we are, as you know, parliamentary democracy, although a unicameral one, within a constitutional monarchy. And you may remember when Her Majesty the Queen visited, she actually gave a throne speech within our Legislative Assembly. And the throne speech at the time, as I recall, was representing or presenting the government of the day its plans for the future, and as a strong speech typically does at the beginning of the legislative year. And she distinctly and emphatically said, my government, repeatedly over and over and over again. So I don't think that constitutionally it is incorrect for Mr. or was incorrect for Mr. Cumber, and in fact, any governor within the framework that we are being, as I mentioned, part of a constitutional monarchy, to say, my government, as a matter of fact, I would suggest to you, Mr. Connor, is something we should welcome and encourage, because we want there to be clarity.
No, I understand that, but what I was referring to the fact there, because it is Her Majesty's government, and at that time the administrator, probably speaking, because he's the Queen's representative. What the comparison that I was drawing there was that here we had a governor doing it as opposed to an elected representative. Where because those are, when you compare, caller, with what occurs now and what occurred then, we see a governor taking more of staying more in the background, and our political leaders in the forefront.
I understand that, but I guess all I would wanted to mention was I didn't perceive it as being, or understand as being, improper.
No.
When Mr. Cumber said it back in the day.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't improper.
Nor, as a matter of fact, would it technically be incorrect today. It's just that we don't usually hear it. Maybe we should hear a little more, because God willing, we will have alignment between Her Majesty's government as expressed through what is present in the office.
As long as we we're prepared to take the good with the bad when it comes to that.
Well, no, I mean, I'm talking about within the framework of the Constitution. So I understand it, but I I thought words are important, and specific words are specifically important, and I think it was interesting you brought it up. Thanks for raising the matter that we can have a little chat and think.
Sure. And caller, you can tell that I'm not a staunch monarchist.
No, my comment is not on that. My comment is on whether or not it would be improper. That is desirable as a matter of one's particular political taste and so on. And that's a whole separate matter. And that's not what I'm talking about today. Yep. And so that's it. That's all.
Very, very, very good. And I certainly appreciate your view on it as well. Last caller for the morning. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C.
Good morning again, ma'am.
Yeah, it's me again, and this ain't Margaret. Listen, I told Susan, I said, Susan, I am requesting through her to get to the engineer for Radio Cayman there to do a copy of this morning's show for me. I know it's going to be a cost to it, but I am willing to pay the cost.
Okay.
And see the reason why? I was one of the very first employed. One of the very many West Bayers employed at La Fontaine Hotel, as helping to operate it.
Okay. Very good.
And everything you said, I remembered as if it was yesterday. About Mr. Cumber and all that there. I remembered as if it was yesterday, and it was 40 whatever years. Plus, I had my training from the Laundry Straight through, from the original Caribbean Club, and the only thing that I know is that they should be doing. They have been trying for this now for, I think it's into the 5th year or already the 5th year that people is getting certified into the tourism. That I was one of the very first callers, the Minister Connor, and I was so interested. I am still interested in getting certified into some, in the tourism, because we then that built tourism. We are not certified. We didn't have that opportunity. You see?
Yep. Got you.
So I told Susan, I said, Susan, tell our engineer, colleague, Radio Cayman is my station, you know.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Thank you very much, caller, for that. Just want to share a little bit more. You heard me mention a name earlier, the fact that the LaFontaine Hotel was built, by Caymanians. And in that particular newspaper, the Tradewinds newspaper, there were so many ads taken out. I know the salesperson there, if they were being paid on a commission basis, made a good wad of money on selling advertising space in the Tradewinds newspaper on that date of the opening of the LaFontaine Hotel. And there's one here that is of significance. And this one reads, Bob and Dunstan Ebanks, they're proud today. Now, the article refers to Bob Ebanks and Dunstan Ebanks. For clarity, I want to say to you that the Dunstan, that would be Dunstan Dalmain Ebanks, one of our renowned parliamentarians here in the Cayman Islands, quite a builder, quite a carpenter, as well. So it says here, Bob Ebanks and Dunstan Ebanks are two proud men today. Dunstan Ebanks built LaFontaine and Bob Ebanks did the plumbing and air conditioning. Both are from Cayman and claim that LaFontaine is their biggest break. I think we did a pretty good job, Dunstan Ebanks says. I got real good experience, said Bob Ebanks. Both men have been in their various fields since they were teenagers, and in 1948, Dunstan went to Florida to develop his skill, and is quoted as saying, when we got the break, there were many who said it could not be done, says Dunstan, but it has been done, and we have proved them wrong. So many other Caymanian developers, Caymanian contractors have proven them wrong. It is unfortunate that many of those contractors, Caymanian contractors, have moved on. And I would venture to say, despite the fact that now we have construction companies as opposed to individuals who may have had their construction businesses, because 1967, I'm not even sure whether or not they were required to have a trade and business license in those days. 1965, I believe the work permit law came into effect, whether or not that part had anything to do with trade and business license, because I did see an article in the Tradewinds newspaper talking about pioneer status, like companies like McAlpine and others that were given pioneer status in the Cayman Islands. So whether or not Mr. Dalmain and his brother had pioneer status in the Cayman Islands or what. But I'm just saying that to say, how many buildings in the Cayman Islands today that someone can brag and say, I built that, I got my experience, it gave me more experience. They thought we couldn't do it, but we did it. There are some people Caymanians who will say that the dice is loaded against them, or the deck is stacked against them in this day and age when it comes to being able to get jobs, prominent jobs to develop and to build and to show their skill. At the same time, we have so many flight-by-night operators in the Cayman Islands that even small businesses or individuals who are seeking to build their own homes are shafted by these fly-by-night contractors and stuff like that. So to a certain extent, some contractors have given themselves and the industry a bad name. But in 1967, Cayman entrepreneurship was able to flourish. Caymanians were given the opportunity to hone their skills, develop their skills, and to prove themselves. And we hope that continues today and that we get on the right track in terms of helping Caymanians to move forward. Folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman and by extension For the Record into your homes, into your vehicles, as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands into your places of work, whether it be an office cubicle or if you're working in the outdoors. I also want to remind you that we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are, and I ask you to extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then I suggest you donate to a worthy charity, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. I say to you, have a great day. Continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Sterling Dwayne Banks at 12:15 for Talk Today. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record is brought to you by Vamped Motors, the only authorized Ford and Toyota dealership serving the Cayman Islands. Cayman Pharmacy Group, with a location in West Bay and professional pharmacy at CTMH Doctors Hospital. The Cayman Pharmacy Group has a location for you just around the corner. Seaboard Marine, with over 35 shipping ports, find your shipping solution by calling 949-4977 or visit seaboardmarine.com for competitive rates. Rotary Central, for more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. Fidelity Bank, for all your banking needs, visit fidelitygroup.com. Fidelity, we're good for you. And Roper's Janitorial, complete janitorial service for commercial, industrial, and residential. They get the job done right every time.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman's newsroom. These are the biggest stories right now.
The Minister for Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, the Honourable Joey Hew, was the keynote speaker at the Mayor Forum on September 27th. The Mayor Forum conferences take place around the world and are regarded as highly influential for key players in the maritime and shipping industries. They host prestigious discussions and debates relating to current and future issues pertaining to the sector. 3 scientists who discovered how cells sense and adapt to oxygen levels have won the 2019 Nobel Prize. Sir Peter Radcliffe of the University of Oxford and Francis Crick Institute, William Kaelin of Harvard, and Greg Semenza of Johns Hopkins University share the Physiology or Medicine Prize. Their work is leading to new treatments for anemia and even cancer. And a Scottish judge has dismissed a move to force Boris Johnson to comply with a law aimed at avoiding a no-deal Brexit. Campaigners had wanted to ensure that the UK Prime Minister would write to the EU to request an extension if no deal is in place by October 19th. They argued that statements made by the government showed it could not be trusted. But Lord Pentland said there, quote, can be no doubt that the Prime Minister had agreed to abide by the law. Those are your headlines. I'm Carsley Fuller.